everybody for joining us. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedules to be involved in this Transform Fresno Summit. So before we get started, I wanted to remind everyone that we do have simultaneous translation. Currently, we just have it in Hmong, but I'm hoping the Spanish translation will get on soon. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Laura, our Hmong translator, so she can let those folks know how to access the translation services.
Nhớ rằng cũng bây giờ lo cũng tụi muốn trả lời đó này sẽ là nó trong xe này là cũng bây nhớ trong là Transform Fresno nó do hai tên thì sao tao lúc mong thọ này nhện khó lắm nhớ họ cá nữa cho nên một trò họ và một sao lúc mong nó nên thế là nó bây thảo lúc trong nó hai lúc mong này ở trong tao.
Wonderful, thank you, Laura. So I'll go ahead and turn it over now to Ivanka Saunders-Hunt from our Transform Fresno Outreach and Oversight Committee.
Thanks. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ivanka Saunders, and you are joining the TCC Summit's Business Development, Idea, Startup, and Thriving, Steps for Success. And I just thank you for joining the Business Development Workshop. Today we have 12 local, public, and private organizations that are united to have created the Fresno for Biz to help your business grow and thrive. Now you can easily access information on assistance for your company. This session will share more about the recruitment and upskilling services, startup support, site selection, low-cost financing, trade options, and a lot more. So welcome, everyone. If you want to go ahead and start the slides, I believe it's Eric that's doing the slides, correct?
It's saying that host disabled participant screen sharing. So I just need to get access.
You should have it now.
There we go.
All right. Can you guys see it? Good. All right. Well, Courtney and everybody, thank you so much for having us on today. We are really excited to be a part of this. And hello, everybody. Welcome to our business development webinar, part of the Transform Fresno Summit. My name is Eric Chakowski. I am the Business Services Manager with the Fresno Workforce Board's Business Services Center. If you haven't heard of us before, you're probably familiar with our sister agency, Workforce Connection, that provides job services throughout the county. But whereas Workforce Connection works with job participants, we at the Business Services Center do kind of more of a deeper business development dive with employers throughout the county. And you're going to be hearing about our services in a little bit, as well as services from some of our partner agencies that provide business development programs as well. But more importantly, you're going to hear how to get connected to them through an easy and innovative referral system we administer called Fresno for Biz. And we've been working very closely with the Transform Fresno team over the last year to spread the word and get businesses in the South Fresno area connected to this online tool to help you with your development needs. And we're looking forward to having a great conversation about it today. So I'll start off talking about Fresno for Biz, what its mission is, how to send in a referral, and the partners that are part of it. And then we are lucky to have 6 of our members on with us today that will go over the services that you can get connected to. And as you can see, it really we run the gamut of how many types of services we can provide, depending on what level of development stage that you are in. So if you're at that startup level, for example, maybe you have an idea that's just formulating, or maybe you have a business plan that you want to kind of help bring to the next level, or even if you're looking for financing, we can help you with that. We'll have presentations from Rich Mostert, the director of the Valley Community Small Business Development Center at Clovis Community College, followed by Sandra Vidrio with the Fresno Area Hispanic Foundation, and Victor Bribiesca from the Small Business Administration. If you do have a business already, maybe you're looking for help on expanding that next step. Maybe you need some support with recruitment services or HR services, site selection or connection to incentives, even help with trade and exporting options. we can help you there as well. And you'll be hearing on that area from my colleague, Juan Carranza from the Fresno Workforce Board's Business Services Center, Curtis Williamson with the Fresno County Economic Development Corporation, and Glenn Roberts and Bernadette Rojas from the U.S. Commercial Services about trade opportunities for your business. As mentioned before, at the end of the presentation, we will do a Q&A session. We would love to hear from you, hear your comments, any questions that you have on Fresno 4Biz or the services that we offer. We have a great team of individuals who have a lot of knowledge on business development and can provide even some strategies for that area as well. So we'd love to hear from you at the end of this session. So we have a lot of groundwork to cover, so let's go ahead and get started. So what is Fresno 4Biz? Well, Fresno 4Biz is actually a website, www.fresno4biz.com. It's an online referral system consisting of 12 member agencies that provide a mix of business resources in a kind of integrated service delivery method to help you from startup to expansion, anything in between as well. Our goal is to reduce barriers for business growth to provide recommended solutions. I can tell you, as somebody who works in business services, I know there's a lot of programs out there, a lot of great programs, but as a business, it can sometimes be a little too time consuming or daunting to kind of figure out what area to go to help you with your need. You know, if you're focusing on the day-to-day operations of your company, staffing, customer support and whatnot, you don't always have a lot of time to do research on your own to figure out which program is going to best suit you for your business need. And that's why something like Fresno 4Biz is, I think, such a great program and opportunity to get connected to, because we align multiple different resources, all at no cost, to provide kind of a holistic approach in providing business services for the business community here in Fresno County. Our goal is to make it as easy for you as possible to get connected to the right program that's going to help you thrive in the long run here in the Fresno area. So how does it work? So this is the front page, www.fresno4biz.com. Our partner logos are at the bottom. And what I love about that is if you hover over it, it gives you a little blurb of what their respected services are, and also sends you over to their respected websites so you can learn more about their programs. You can also click on partner contacts at the top right to learn more about the services we offer, as well as get contact information from each of our 12 members. But what I'll be sharing with you today is how to send in a referral. And at the top right of this page, you're going to see a button that says Get Assistance here in red. All you'll have to do is click on that, and it will send you to a referral page, which in itself is a 3-step process. Step 1 is just fill out the contact information. Let us know who you are and where we can reach you. I will note that if you are somebody who is kind of in the early stages of developing your business, maybe you don't have a name yet, that's okay. You can just go ahead and say name not available or whatnot, and we will accept that to move forward with a referral with you. So it doesn't matter what stage you're in, you can still send us something in there. Step 2, you'll see a group of 6 boxes at the bottom that are drop down. So I provide different options to tell us what exactly you are needing help on. As you can see, they're grouped in different areas. So if you're at that startup level, you can click I'm starting a business, or I need finance assistance or help getting a loan. If you're looking to expand, you can click on I want to grow my business, or I need help with staffing. We have a box for general business questions as well. Or if you need help with retention, or maybe you do have to look at maybe downsizing or doing layoffs, we can help you there as well. You just click on that box, or you can send us a general comment as well to let us know what specifically you are looking for some service support. Step 3 is just to confirm everything that you submitted into us, and then click submit. And then it is sent over to us at the Business Services Center. A representative will review your referral, and within a 48-hour period, we'll get in touch with you and get you connected to the right program that will help your need for your company and business. So very easy, straightforward, standard process, I would say. Again, we aim to make it as easy as possible for you to get connected to the programs that you need. So that's how you send in a referral. Now let's talk about what exactly types of services you can get out of it. And as I mentioned, we have a great team of presenters who are going to be talking about the services that they offer. which you can request more information on through Fresno for Biz. We're going to start with the startup support level. So again, we'll have SBDC, Fresno Area Hispanic Foundation, and the Small Business Administration. And then for the expansion retention support area, we'll have the Fresno Workforce Board, Fresno County EDC, and the U.S. Commercial Service to talk about those respected services. So first off, we're going to start with SBDC, and we have with us today Rich Mostert. He is the director of the Small Business Development Center for the Fresno, Madera, Tulare, and Kings area, and he's located at Clovis Community College. So I'll turn it over now to Rich, if you want to tell us a little bit about some of the services that SBDC offers.
Well, thank you, Eric, for that wonderful introduction. You did a better job than I could ever do. And good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rich Mostert, and I am, as Eric said, the director of Valley Community SBDC, or Small Business Development Center. For those of you who may not know, Small Business Development Center has been around for over 40 years now, and we're a program funded by the U.S. Small Business Administration. Thank you, Victor. And what they do is they provide us the funding necessary to reach out to small businesses, entrepreneurs, and people thinking about starting a business, and provide them with no-cost confidential counseling and no to low-cost training to help them start, grow, manage, or in these modern times we live in, survive in their small businesses. And we do that really in two primary ways. The first way is we actually have a team of very high qualified subject matter expert consultants in a variety of different subject matters who we actually assign to help small businesses. And all of those services they provide you are no cost. Everything they provide, again, I say no cost and confidential a lot in my presentations, but it's to help you understand that we're here to give you the information that makes sense for your business, and there's nothing you can't share with us. So we do a lot of one-on-one business consulting. I'm very proud to say that we have a very diverse and representative of our demographics pool of consultants. We have consultants over a dozen who speak Spanish. We have consultants who speak Hmong and other Southeast Asian dialects. We have consultants who speak Punjabi. And we have consultants located throughout all of our 4 county service areas. So we've got a pretty good coverage and understanding of both cultural and demographic issues affecting your business. We also do provide ongoing training opportunities and webinars to help people learn about subjects that could help their small business. And as many of you can imagine, if you're not already in business, we spent the last year really trying to take the lead to help small businesses understand and apply for and take advantage of any kind of stimulus money coming from our local, state, and federal governments. And that's been a key role we've been playing. Again, the most important thing you want to understand is there's not too many things that we can't help your business with. We are prohibited as a federally funded agency. We can't do things such as gambling and adult enterprises, but we'll talk to you on a one-on-one case-by-case basis with that. But from basically startup to expansion to even the succession planning of your business, we have counselors who could help you. The one thing we will always promise to give you, besides no cost and confidential counseling, is honesty. And if there is a subject matter that we're not experts at, or we know there are agencies out there who are better at it than we are, we will gladly make the referral for you. That's why we're so happy to be part of the Fresno 4Biz team. We've got the Justice League of business assistance providers here in the Fresno 4Biz program. So for example, one of the things we don't do a lot of work with, because we're not experts and it is something that's very sensitive, is in human resources. We can help you get loans, we can help you with all these other things, but if somebody comes to us and says, we need help with our HR, our personnel manual, we're going to refer them back to the Workforce Investment Board Business Service Center and their HR hotline. But one of the most common areas we do help out with is the process of starting a business. We can sit down and our counselors can help you flesh out the idea. You can run the idea by them and see if it makes sense. We can go through that feasibility concept. We can help you develop and produce a very comprehensive and adequate business plan that will take you through your planning process, as well as be a tool to pursue funding. We are considered a center for financial excellence as part of the SBDC world. And so we are very happy to connect you to not, or help you understand, is probably a better way to say it, help you understand the types of financing that is available to you as either a startup or growing business in our service area, but also what it takes and what you really have to be able to provide in order for the lender to make the loan. As what I call, I'm what's called a recovering lender. I used to do that for a living. The bottom line is what we try to do is get you very well prepared to meet with great lenders like Sandra, my friend, who's going to be coming up soon, so that you provide them the information they need in order to get qualified and get the loan or the financing that you do need. We'll also give you the basic information for any kind of other supplemental programs, like there have been a lot of local community grants and the California COVID relief grant, and we can walk you through those processes. But we also branch out, and we don't just provide the basics. We can also do specialty counseling. We have counselors who are search engine optimization and grow with Google experts. We have counselors who are experts in procurement and exporting opportunities. We have counselors who can help you with marketing and expansion concepts. So again, the most important thing to know is just you can always come to us, especially we're very happy to receive any referrals through the Fresno for Biz partnership, but you can come to us directly. And I think I saw somebody said there's a blank screen, so I'm not sure if that's been fixed yet or not, but you can always contact us through our website, which is valleycommunitysbdc.com. And we will be happy to work with you, not just as a one center, because that's, yeah, we are one center, but we really are part of this larger team that you're seeing on your screen here today. We all work together, we all speak on a regular basis, and we're all here to help you really get the business going that you want to have going so that you can be successful, and we can talk to you in 5 to 10 years and say, remember those days when you were just thinking about this idea, and we can all be happier that you're a very successful entrepreneur. So with that, that is us in a nutshell, Eric. I think I used up my whole 5 minutes.
That was perfect. Thank you, Rich. And I'm going to have to steal that Justice League comment from you moving forward as well. So thanks for planting that idea in my head. And I know somebody mentioned they saw a black screen. I just want to confirm, can everybody see the presentation? Okay. All right, well, if we're good, then we'll move forward then. So we're going to go now to Fresno area Hispanic Foundation, and we have Sandra Vidrio, the Business Development Officer, to talk about some of the programs they have to offer for startups and small businesses in the county. So Sandra, I will turn it over now to you. And I know you have a couple slides, so just let me know when you want me to go to the next slide, all right?
Absolutely. I'll pause and then there'll be queued to for next slide.
Perfect.
So thank you. So yes, thank you so much, Eric, Rich, and the whole team at Fresno for Biz for the invitation and participating in today's webinar. My name is Sandra Vidrio, and I'm representing the Fresno Area Hispanic Foundation, and I'll be sharing about the programs and resources offered at our organization. The Fresno Area Hispanic Foundation was founded in 2004 by a group of local business owners in the Fresno area that came together to form an organization that can connect Spanish and English-speaking small business owners with educational resources in our community, including businesses located in rural communities. And you're probably wondering if we only serve Hispanic business owners, and I'm here to tell you that we do not. We serve all ethnicities and ages regardless of your background. This includes youth entrepreneurs, I-10 recipients, startup businesses, and existing businesses looking to see what resources are out there for the continuation of their business. And even if you are an individual that just has an idea and wants to find out how can I turn my dream of business ownership into a reality, our team will be here to guide you and connect you with other resource partners in the San Joaquin Valley. As Rich mentioned, we are here to help, and our services complement one another. So there's been business owners that go from organization to organization, and those are the business owners that are very successful in their business operations. And it's part of, just taking the initiative to make that phone call, find out, and the rest is, we're here to help. So next slide, please. Thank you. And here is an overview of our main programs and services. our virtual technical assistants. As you can see on the left, that is our team, and we are here. We start off by providing one-on-one consultation just to find out more on how our team can serve your business needs. And I'm also excited to share that the Fresno Area Hispanic Foundation earlier this year received designation as a certified community development financial institution. And this is the first CDFI in the region that has been founded by 2 Latinas. And so we are really excited to share this great news. And once again, it's another opportunity to be able to help our small business communities, especially those that are in underserved communities and in rural locations. And in addition, we have weekly educational webinars covering topics from business development, legal, marketing, finance, and other areas. And you can visit our social medias to keep up to date with all of our resources, programs, upcoming events. And you can also visit our YouTube channel at Fresno AHF to view previous recordings. And all of these programs and resources are provided at no cost. And as you can see on the presentation slide, our team is also collaborating on the California Relief Grant Program. And we are assisting eligible business owners that need assistance with applying and we are helping. The way that we are helping is by offering our curbside scanning services. So if you need help with, not just applying, but scanning, right? One thing is to apply and submit the application. The other is to upload certain documents that are needed. So we are here to answer any questions regarding the program or to schedule an appointment to apply. You can simply call us at 559-222-8705. And I believe one of our presenters will be sharing a little bit more details as to what is needed to apply, what the program is about. But I do want to confirm that the application is currently open and the application deadline is Wednesday, March 31st. And I would now like to share with you about other programs available to access capital, especially businesses that are in the recovery phase, right, from the pandemic. And so our team is here once again to assist, and we're here to help you with the loan packaging, how to prepare for a loan, whether that loan is going to be submitted here with our programs or with other CDFIs in the area, or connecting you directly with banking institutions. And so our team is here to help with the loan packaging and also the post-technical assistance, right? So you obtain the funding, what do you do now, right? So making sure that you manage that properly. And our microloans start from $5,000 up to $75,000. And just simply to find out more about the loan terms, the interest requirements, you can visit our website at www.fresnoahf.org or give us a phone call. Thank you. And lastly, I want to share that we are incorporating other programs to continue being a full-service small business organization. And some of these programs include legal resources to small business owners. If you're looking for a one-on-one consultation on how to create an agreement for a partnership, or if you're looking to hire, you're ready to hire outside of family, you're looking for employees or independent contractors, making sure that you have all of the necessary information to be in compliance. That is very, very important. So we have legal resources available for you. We also have resources to get you connected on having your own bookkeeping system, as well as incorporating merchant service systems to your daily business operations. As we know now, as we continue with the pandemic, a lot of cashless transactions, right? So it's really important to be able to accommodate and offer different merchant options for your customers. In addition to that, we will be continuing our Womanpreneur program, which is a program that's designed to connect women entrepreneurs with digital marketing tools and creating their own marketing strategy plans. So we will be launching 2 cohorts, one in English, one in Spanish in mid-May. So all of this information will soon become available, and we'll make sure to have it on our social platforms as well as our website. And here is the FHF team. We're here ready to serve you during your business journey. So once again, all of our contact information is there. You could give us a call at 559-222-8705 to get started or to discuss any of the programs and services mentioned during our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sandra. And before I go to our next presenter, I do want to note also a couple of our partners can get you connected to a lot of great COVID-19 relief programs, including financing options that are out there too. I know we're going into the second year of the pandemic, and businesses are still being very, very much impacted by the economic fallout related to it. So do know that Fresno 4Biz is here to help you through that as well with our partner agencies, which is a great segue into our next partner, Small Business Administration, which has been offering a lot of good service and support for businesses who were impacted by COVID-19. And I will turn it over now to Victor Bribiesca to talk more about SBA. Victor?
Thanks, Eric. Thank you, everyone, for having us here today. Again, this just a portion of the team that's available through Fresno 4Biz. Definitely thank you to Courtney and everybody else, part of her team, putting this together. So the economic development portion that we do at the Small Business Administration is we do help small business in different aspects of starting, growing, and expanding the business. Fresno District Office is located here in Fresno, and we cover 15 counties of the Central Valley. There is a misconception that the SBA only does loans, or that we are the actual lender, the direct lender that gives you the money, and that's not necessarily true. What we do is we do provide guarantee to the loan and to the lender on behalf of the federal government, so that makes it easier for the lender to go ahead and give you those funds. The funds that we provide or assist in providing can help you with real estate, commercial property, and purchasing, as far as well as working capital or equipment or anything related to the business, starting the business or expanding the business. We probably have a loan for you. We do have special loans for veterans, women entrepreneurs, as well as individuals that are certified small businesses as well. Another aspect that the Small Business Administration provides to small business owners, especially those that are already in business, is small business certification. Small business certification allows the small business to, one, be certified to provide services or goods to the government, whether it be the federal, the state, or the local governments, as we do buy a lot of the things that you may or may not think we actually do. We buy everything from pens, pencils, airplanes, satellites, you name it, we buy it. But in order for us to purchase from you, you need to be certified. We can help you get that certification, as well as my colleague Rich Mostert at the SBDC. We can get you that assistance that you need, so that you can expand your customer base, especially now in the pandemic, and everybody working from home, or a lot of the businesses that are still closed or only providing certain services. This is a great way, and it's a good opportunity to get into the federal government and sell us your goods or services. Another aspect that the Small Business Administration does is we do economic development with small communities. We look at how we can better serve them, how we can establish businesses, how we can provide workshops, or how do we create that economic growth that the small communities need. So if you're looking to start a business but don't know where, don't know how, need assistance with permitting, you need assistance with introductions to the general or the council, or the mayor, or it doesn't matter what it is, but you do need assistance in starting your business or expanding your business, and you want to take it to a different community, definitely give us a call at the SBA, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. The other thing that we do provide, especially now during the COVID-19 pandemic and times of disaster, are disaster loans. Many of you, if you're a startup, or even an individual that's already in business, you can definitely give us a call, and we'll look at how we can help you during the pandemic if you want to start. But more importantly, for those individuals that were impacted by the COVID-19, whether your business was shut down for a temporary amount of time, or if you have a business that lost employees, or if you lost revenues, definitely give us a call. We have different types of loan programs and grant programs that we can help you with. Economic injury disaster loans are offered to those businesses that were impacted financially by the COVID-19 pandemic. Recently, if you looked at the news or any type of news outlet, the economic injury disaster loan amount was increased. So now you can get a larger loan amount if you need that assistance. The Paycheck Protection Program, even though the Small Business Administration works it on the back end, is also still currently in effect. At this moment in time, the closing date of this program is March 31st, 2021. So I highly encourage those small business owners that have not taken advantage of this program to definitely do so now. There are other programs that are coming up, especially for those individuals or businesses that are in the venues industry. For example, you have live events or any type of events, theater, or anything that has to do with stage. Please give us a call. There is a grant coming up April 8th, I believe, is going to open, but you definitely have to be prepared because it is a national grant and it's going to be given to those individuals that qualify, have their documents in line, and more importantly, are ready to go when April 8th comes around. If you do need assistance, again, you can definitely reach out to any of our partners on this workshop here today. We all work together, as previously mentioned, and we're here to help the community and serve the small businesses as best as we can. Other than that, in a nutshell, that is all I have. Eric, back to you, sir.
That's a lot to cover in a small amount of time. Thank you so much, Victor. You've been a tremendous help for a lot of businesses over the last year who have been impacted by COVID. So we do appreciate your programs and all the work that you do. So with that being said, let's turn over now to kind of more of an expansion level of business services that we can offer. And we're going to turn it now to my organization, the Fresno Workforce Board's Business Services Center. And I have my colleague on the line with us today, Juan Carranza, who is one of our business services coordinators, who actually screens the referrals that come in for Fresno 4Biz and makes contact with our businesses who request services. So Juan, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the Business Services Center?
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Eric, and good afternoon, everyone. Again, Juan Carranza with the Fresno Regional Workforce Development Board, and I am part of the Fresno Business Services team, or BSC, as I will be referring to throughout the rest of this presentation. So as we've heard so far, there's a lot of organizations that have mobilized in an effort to provide business support to our business communities throughout the region. And let me tell you that our agency is no different. Today, I will be talking to you about the BSC resources and services and how you as a business owner can leverage and utilize those in order to support your business retention and expansion efforts. So let's begin the conversation with the next slide. And obviously the topic that I'm pretty confident most of our business owners can relate to or are extremely familiar with is finding the right talent for your business. We are very aware of the difficulties that many of our business owners can face when trying to find that perfect candidate to help with their internal operations. And so that's why at the Workforce Development Board, we try to alleviate and facilitate the connection to local talent while helping your business maintaining strong relationships with the talent and obviously maintaining strength and local activity throughout the county and making sure that you are actually remaining strong throughout these different challenges that the pandemic has brought to you. So obviously, we try to create opportunities not only for the talent, the local talent, but from a business perspective, we try to open the door for you to utilize the local talent and help your business operations at the same time. As a business owner, not only will you have access to local talent that has been pre-screened, that is well-trained and qualified and ready to work, but additionally, you have a chance to potentially leverage tax credits that go along with the programs in most of the cases that go through our services. However, maybe you're not looking to hire anytime soon, and that is totally understandable, especially during these times and the current conditions. We truly understand how difficult it is for many of our businesses, and hiring is not an option for them. However, I'm pretty confident that you would agree with me that any business owner would definitely like to have the best of the best within their teams, right? So now that we have agreed, I'd like to introduce you to the upskill training program. This program can help you take your team to the next level. For example, let's say that you've been waiting a while to potentially expand in one particular area within your organization because of lack of funding to train your current workforce or your current staff. What if I tell you that we could potentially pay for that training and help you not only retain your current staff members, but also help you with your internal efficiency and operations of your business? Not only will a program like this help you with talent retention, but obviously will help you potentially expansion opportunities within your internal operations. Additionally, in terms of competitiveness, I think nowadays more than ever, it is extremely important to have a well-trained staff within your organization, because this will determine how competitive you're going to be out there in today's business world. So the upskill training program not only gives you the access to potential expansion opportunities, but also retaining that talent that is essential for your day-to-day business operation. And obviously, again, the competitive in today's business world, which is extremely important if you want to be very much successful in today's business activity. This particular tool, I would say, is a very good retention tool that Rich briefly mentioned about. As we all know, many of our small business owners wear many hats at once and they're going to break. They have to be somehow an expert in many fields, from accounting, financials, marketing, promotions, dealing with personal issues as well. And one of the areas that in many cases our small business owners don't have an in-house expert, or they don't have the capacity to deal with, is human resources. And that's an extremely, that's a very important area that a business owner has to be aware of. Especially with the navigation of the world of human resources right now. We're facing a lot of different things at the same time. We're facing volatile times, different regulations, different mandates. There's a lot that a business has to be compliant with. And so in partnership with Sierra HR Partners, our office can provide a business owner with expert advice on how to navigate the world of human resources, helping a business adapt to the current changes, follow mandates, and obviously stay compliant. In these particular times of the pandemic, there are many businesses that have been fined, and obviously that's the last thing that we would like to hear. Obviously, fines and the closures that are the ones, particular instances that we definitely don't want to hear. Another great resource that I would like to highlight is our rapid response service. Obviously, there's sometimes when a business faces a very difficult challenge that's beyond their power, that can translate into a closure or a major layoff. Even during those times, we have a rapid response team that can provide immediate assistance, not only helping the business owner, but also the employees that are being impacted by such closure or major layoff. On the business side, the benefits of working with our team is lowering the unemployment insurance costs, increase employee support and morale, because obviously a good employer really takes care of their employees. Improve public relations. Obviously, we want to know that our businesses are treating their employees to the best of their ability. And then obviously lessen potential liabilities. We want to make sure that whatever process the business follows is always in compliance and follows regulations stated by our local government. On the employee side, employees have access to unemployment benefits guidance. They have access to trainings, financial counseling, and job leads. So we're taking care of both sides. We're taking care of the business, protecting the business, and also serving the employees at the same time. All of these situations obviously are quite difficult and hard to deal with, but it just takes a call for us to put our team to action and making sure that we're providing the services needed by those businesses that are facing a closure or a major layoff. And with this, I'd like to conclude my presentation. I would like to make myself available to answer any questions or maybe help anybody that would like to learn more about any of the services provided during this presentation. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Juan. And as you can see in our screen, you can also visit our website, FresnoBSCBusinessServicesCenter.com, for more information, which also has a link to the Fresno for Biz website as well. All right, so let's move on now to the Fresno Economic Development Corporation that provides a lot of good support for businesses here in Fresno County. And we have with us today Curtis Williamson, who is a business development specialist with the EDC, to talk about these services. So Curtis, take it away.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. As you mentioned, Curtis Williamson, business development specialist with the Fresno County Economic Development Corporation. This year the EDC celebrates 40 years of serving the businesses of Fresno County. So we really know what we're doing by now. We are a private nonprofit that partners with the county and the city of Fresno to provide free business expansion, attraction, and retention services. So not only do we support existing businesses, but we seek to bring new businesses to the area as well. I serve as the lead for our business retention and expansion team. So you might be asking, what does that free support look like? Well, when it comes to retaining or expanding your business, we have a number of services which can help make your lives a little easier. We offer site selection assistance, where we can help you locate a piece of property or an existing building that can suit your needs and your intended use. We also provide permitting assistance. So as we work closely with the City of Fresno staff to understand their development and permitting process, we can help maintain that communication between you and them to ensure your projects are moving forward timely. Like our colleagues at the Fresno Area Hispanic Foundation, we are also a partner for the California Relief Grant, and we track the many other financial programs that come available, like the SBA products that Victor mentioned. So while we don't directly administer those funds, we learn the ins and outs, the who, the where, and all that, just to ensure you have access to those resources. We also distribute that information through our resources, our online resources like revivefresnocounty.com, which provides updated industry guidance to businesses so you can continue to operate safely during the pandemic. But where the EDC really gets into the weeds and provides a lot of technical assistance is hiring and tax credits, energy savings, and other business incentives. For example, the California Competes tax credit, which is an income tax credit available to businesses that want to come to California or stay and grow in California and create or retain quality full-time jobs. The credit is awarded based on a number of criteria, which include the amount of investment and the number of jobs retained or created. And so for this tax credit, we can provide direction with your application, and we've analyzed the past awardees of the credit to build a calculator. And that calculator allows us to input your details and generate a credit amount that would help you maximize your chance of success when applying. Other examples are hiring tax credits. We also provide assistance with, at the state level, there's the new employment credit, which is available to employers that hire qualified full-time employees for positions that receive starting wages in excess of 150% of the California minimum wage. At the federal level, there's the work opportunity tax credit, which awards a credit to businesses that hire individuals from specific target groups that traditionally experience barriers to employment. Another great program that is unique to Fresno County is the New Employment Opportunities Wage Subsidy Program. The EDC administers this program, and it's in a partnership with the Department of Social Services, where we look to fill an employer's permanent full-time positions with their pool of job seekers that are receiving financial aid through the CalWorks program. So how we incentivize those businesses to hire from this group is by covering the cost of training. So for the first 13 weeks of the program, 100% of actual wages paid to the employer or to the employee are reimbursed. For the next 13 weeks, 75% of actual wages paid are reimbursed. And that includes any overtime, holiday, or sick pay. And there's no cap on those wages. So if you pay $40 an hour for a position, you get reimbursed at $40 an hour. And just to give you an idea of the success of this program, in our last fiscal year, we reimbursed over $1.6 million in wages to local businesses. So it's a really great program. On the energy side, there is PG&E's Economic Development Rate program, which can reduce the majority of your electric costs by up to 25% for 5 years if you're looking to expand out of state or potentially closing operations in California. So it's a great resource designed to help keep you here and to make sure you're growing here. These are just a few of the many valuable tools that the EDC can connect you with. And as I mentioned, all of these services are free to local businesses, But as they say, membership does have its own rewards. One way we're able to offer these services for free is through our support of our public and private investors. And depending on the level of investment, you get access to other tools like specialized data research or invitations to our kind of amazing events where we've had guest speakers like Dodgers legend Steve Garvey or actor Stephen Ford, son of President Gerald Ford. But that's a conversation for another day. The EDC has these resources and many, many more to assist you with your expansions. So reach out to me and my team anytime. We'd love to work with you. Thank you, and I'll pass it back to Eric.
Great. Thank you so much, Curtis, for that information. Really appreciate it. And lastly, we have the U.S. Commercial Service to talk about another exciting avenue to look at when you're expanding, and that is exporting. We have with us Glenn Roberts, the District Director for the U.S. Commercial Service, who will be talking about some of these services. So Glenn, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Eric. And first of all, I'd just like to inform the audience of how humble the Fresno 4Biz group really is, because with my job and the travels that I've been on, it seems to me like there's only maybe one or two, maybe at the most 3 other communities across the U.S. that have such a service like Fresno 4Biz. So thank you so much, Eric, and the rest of the team for making this happen. I'm sure everybody's getting a lot of good information out of it. So Eric, this is going to be a rapid fire. So can you start moving the slides for us, please? Next slide. And we're going to keep moving them quite fast. There we go. So why do exports matter? 70% of the world's purchasing power is outside the U.S. You may have heard 95% of the consumers are outside the U.S., but technically 70% of the purchasing power is outside the United States. So we want to go after those expanded markets. Go ahead. Next slide. And of course, your competitors are going into those other markets. And so this is another way for us to help you out. Next slide. All right. And then the opportunities for your business are increasing because of your web presence, and people are finding you and they want to get your products or services. And how do you do that? So next slide. So while you're trying to grow your business domestically, some of your prospective buyers will be in an international market, and they want to, again, procure your goods and or services. Next slide. So 25% of our office's export success come from new to export. So if you're new to the whole export environment, then we're here to help you out. It has been traditional for 25% of the client work that we do over the last 20 years that new to export companies, we just know how to work with them. There's quite a few different resources. Some of the best resources actually start out with the SBDC, Rich Mostert and his group. And then we take it from there, we kind of build it up and we get a little bit more entailed with what we're doing. And we have a phenomenal network to really help you out. Next slide, please. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, so traditionally, exports support about 11.5 million jobs. Next slide. And a lot of them, after about 12 months, on average, will receive about $622,000 in new revenues. And I can safely say that here in our region, it may not be that high, but some of them have gone even further. And so just keep in mind that maybe your first export order will be essentially about half your revenues. And that I've seen over time and time again throughout the years. Next slide, please. Okay, so for every dollar that is used to help us provide service to you, we give a return, that's one tax dollar. So we give a return of 168 on average for our agency. Next slide. But locally, we've been measured and confirmed at over 200 to 1. So if you give us one tax dollar, we're going to give you back $200 into your community through export expansions. Next slide. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but you would be 8.5% less likely to go out of business if you have your business income diversified by exporting. Next slide. There's little tips and tricks like next slide. All right, so how do we help increase the jobs and your revenues? Next slide. we help you guys essentially compete abroad. Next slide. We're going to rapid fire here. There we go. We have our colleagues are sitting in all the U.S. embassies and consulates around the globe. So essentially, about 75% of our colleagues are in those embassies and consulates. So they're there to help you out. Some of them are very sector specific and well-educated in that sector and willing to help out. And they really have their fingers on the pulse down there or wherever it may be. Next slide, please. Okay. And the U.S. Commercial Service is a part of the U.S. Department of Commerce. And so, yes, we help out with market access problems. Unfair contract competition happens all the time. We usually get our embassy in place involved to help out with that. We have specific services to help out finding the right partner that's been screened, vetted, and cleared for you guys. I think that's about my 5 minutes there. So why don't we go to the next slide, please? Next one. Let's go to the next one. There you go. Another one more. There we go. So we do help out with just about everything within your company, from the beginning stages or at the very end, you're having a difficult time collecting monies, and then we can help out with that too. And everything in between, complying with regulations, getting paid, and so many other types of services that we can deploy just for you and your company. Next slide, please. Okay, so we do offer, and this is some of our flagship services, we do offer business matchmaking, very customized, based upon your criteria, and it's about $950 to go out and have us search for the right partners for you folks, and then bring them to the table, invited by the embassy or the consulate. And pre-pandemic and post-pandemic, you would fly in there and you would meet these qualified business partners, and then at the end of the meetings, you would select one that benefits you and your company. Next slide, please. All right, and the last slide will be our contact information. And Bernadette Rojas and I share the different industry sectors here in the region. We cover 9 counties and partials of other counties. So we do have quite a large territory, about 123,000 square miles, but we get it covered, and this is how we can help out. So again, I'm going to turn it back to you, Eric. Thank you so much for your time, everyone.
Exciting stuff. Thank you so much, Glenn. And I think we're coming to a close to our presentation. I know we have a couple of questions that have come in. So before we turn into the Q&A session, I just want to note, again, visit Fresno4biz.com to hear more information about our services. I do want to note some of the partners who weren't able to join us today that have great programs to look at also. Access Plus Capital, they have a lot of great microloan opportunities for businesses. SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives, they have a great platform online of a lot of great templates you can use if you're looking to start a business, as well as some good webinars and workshops to look at for business development. Fresno State, that has a lot of great entrepreneurship support, as well as support for startups in agriculture and clean energy, and the Better Business Bureau that does rating for market share or marketplace standards. They also have good programs for arbitration and mediation as well for small businesses. So a lot of great information. Visit the website when you get a chance, and we'll be looking forward to a referral coming in from you sometime soon. So thank you guys so much. And now we'll turn it over now to Q&A, I think. So I think we'll go back to Courtney and her team.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. Thank you to the Justice League for that rapid fire of information. Very, very information rich that session was, and I really appreciate it. Unfortunately, we don't have time for Q&A, but the good thing is I don't see any questions either. So if you do have questions, please contact those folks that were speakers today and that were on the presentation. This presentation will also be offered at the Transform Fresno website to go back to, so you can get all of the information and the contact information for all of these great folks. The recording also will be posted on the Transform Fresno website, so you can always go back and listen to it and hear what they say. Thank you so much for attending this session, and we hope to see you again another time. Thank you, everyone.